and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Alright guys, in the past week here at the shop, there has been lots of activity going on. As the weather turns colder, it is once again time to winterize the motorcycles that I have here at the garage. Whether you own a classic bike that is carbureted or a newer bike with a fuel injection system, it is still good to go through the same process and actually winterize the bikes. The process that I use does not prevent them from being ridden if we get a nice day over the course of the winter, but it ensures that if they do sit for several months at a time, that when I go to start them, the fuel in the carburetors isn't bad, the fuel in the tank isn't bad, and I don't have issues in the springtime trying to get the bikes running once again. If you live in an area where your bike is going to be sitting for several months out of the year, I suggest watching the video that I have previously made on how to winterize your motorcycle. If you want to see that, you can click the link above. This process is kind of fun for me because I get an excuse to ride all of the bikes in the shop and to get them out and take them on a longer ride so that everything gets thoroughly heated up. And I use these test rides to make sure that everything is functioning as it should be on the bikes, so I don't end up with a whole lot of projects come the springtime. I've got bikes that are ready to rock when the weather breaks. One of the bikes that I winterized this week is this 1981 Suzuki GS1100E. This is one of my all-time favorite classic bikes to ride. I don't think it's the prettiest classic bike out there, although I like the funky early 80s styling on it. But it is just a wonderful bike to ride, even by today's standards, and it was such a pleasure to get it out and put a couple miles on it. If you haven't seen my review video on the Suzuki GS1100E from 80 and 81, you can click the link above, and this will be a great opportunity to view that video. Another bike that I had out this week was my 1986 Honda Nighthawk 700S. I had a little bit of a setback that I may go into in a future video on that machine, but I'm happy to say that everything on that bike is running as it should. The bike is looking great, and it's just a pleasure to ride. Although I wanted to have my 2012 Honda ST1300 project wrapped up by the start of this week, that didn't happen. I had two setbacks, the first of which was the brake pads that I had on hand were not the right ones, so I have since ordered those, and those have arrived. I plan on using the EBC HH pads. Those are the high performance pads, and those will go very nicely. The ST1300 is a big, powerful, heavy motorcycle, and so giving it a little bit more aggressive brake pads will increase the stopping power, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how those perform on the bike. The second setback on the ST1300 was I found that my front wheel bearings were bad. They were very notchy, and I could hardly turn those with my thumb, and so currently those are at a shop and they're waiting for the new bearings to be put in. As soon as those are in, I'll be able to start reassembling the motorcycle, and I should have that back up to speed hopefully by mid next week sometime. At this point, it just depends on when I get the front wheel back. I'm happy to report that I have been able to get out on my 2007 ST1300 and do some nice fall riding. The cooler weather is the perfect opportunity to get out on a bike that has the full wind protection. The ST1300 has an adjustable windshield on it, and that makes riding in the cold weather something to be enjoyed rather than something to be dreaded. That bike also has heated hand grips, and I love those on a cold day. They make all the difference in the world. I'm working on a long-term ownership update on my 2007 ST1300. That's been the bike that I have ridden most this year, and I have enjoyed every mile of it. I hope to have the long-term ownership update done sometime in the upcoming weeks. If you like great motorcycle-related content and you want to help support this channel, please consider becoming a member. Members get perks like early access to new videos and bonus content on this channel, and your support will help me to continue to make great quality motorcycle videos for you to enjoy. And I just want to say thank you to all my members and my subscribers and those of you who contribute in the comment section of this channel. I really couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. I'm working on quite a few different video projects right now for the channel. I'll keep you posted on the progress that I make on those. I'd love to know if any of you out there have winterized your bike already, or if you plan to, and what your process is. It's always good to learn new tips on how to maintain these classic bikes and how to store them and steward them over the course of time that we own them. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.